It really doesn't bring me any pleasure to share this news with you, but it just came to my attention that the person sitting to your right now is better than you. It sucks, yeah. But also, the person sitting to your left, guess what? Is also better than you. No. But here's what's crazy. The person sitting in your chair right now is also better than you. Now, each of us here in this room, you guys, has a version of themselves that is better than the version you are right now. Each of us here has special skills that makes us unique, that makes us different, right? When you use those special skills towards something good, when you use it towards something that matters, you're inspiring positive change. And that's what makes you a better person. That's what makes you powerful. And that's what we're talking about today, Chris. The power of one. Now think about it like this. Positive change doesn't have to happen by a group of people. You don't need a squad to make changes. We've seen people, we know individuals who, just by their own efforts, their own ability, influence, whatever skills they have, they can make positive changes. History has proven that, right? We all know people throughout history who, just by themselves, made positive changes and continue to make our lives better. I'm going to tell you guys about a person named Niles Boland. Now, I don't know if you guys know who he is, but Niles Boland is responsible for saving millions and millions of lives every single day. He's probably saved your life a few times. This guy, Niles, he came up with something called a seatbelt. And if you do not know what a seatbelt is, God help you. You probably have lots of this. But it wasn't a collection of engineers or a group of scientists that came up with this. No, it was just one guy. And he did it in like half a year. It wasn't even that long. But he saw a problem. He saw a need for something. And he decided to utilize whatever skills and abilities he had, whatever power he had, to make that change. And because of it, look at where we are. You know, our lives are saved by this every day. We hear stories of how a seatbelt saved people's lives. The abomination of slavery, civil rights movement, and women's rights, and even the founding of DSC, it just started by one person recognizing what skills they have, what passion, what abilities, what power they have, and they made a positive change. Chris? Nicole, can you read this out loud for me?
The power of one. Don't fall for the lie that one person cannot make a difference. All powerful movements began with the actions of individuals striving for change. Your actions count. Be the change.
Be the change. I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, it's a weekend, Saturday morning, coffee didn't kick in yet maybe. See a few hungover faces, I guess. That's fine. But you're thinking, well, who cares, right? Why do I care about this? Why is it important? Chris? Hit it one more time? Yeah. Why is it important to know this? Pretty much everybody here in this room, minus the alumni, you're the future of DSC. Where we go from here on out, it all depends on you. The actions you guys do for the years to come will determine whether we're successful or not. And so, we've been here for 30 years. The reason we've been here for 30 years is because we've had individuals in the past who utilize what skills they have. They use what stuff that they're good at, the powers that they own, and they used it to make positive changes in our fraternity. And now it's your turn to do that. Did it, Chris? Who knows this guy? Raise your hand if you know this guy.
Louis.
You guys know him. Louis was a brother from back in the day who saw that opportunity needed some changes. It needed some fixes. It needed some additional things to become better. And some of the things that he came up with, Chris, it's all right. He created many of the guidelines we currently follow. Now we're an organization, right? If we're going to be organized, we need to have guidelines to follow. So because of those guidelines that we came up with, we are today. Guidelines we still follow on a daily basis, right? He came up with, or he's the creator of our slogan, one fraternity, one family. I think I've heard that before. One more. Introduced many of the amendments that are currently the foundation of our Constitution. You guys, I know Louis. He's no genius. He's not a rocket scientist, I promise you that. He's just a guy who, when he was an undergrad at DSC, saw that we needed some things, we needed some changes. And he just used what abilities he had, his influence, skills, maybe just his hard work and work ethic, and came up with these things that we currently, 30 years later, follow and actually need to survive. Hey, Chris. Who knows this guy? That's a good picture of him, huh? Raise your hand if you know this guy. Okay. Danny Perez. Danny, when he was in undergraduate school, he was really good at writing. He loved writing. He was really creative and good at articulating things. And because he was good at that time, he came up with something called, Chris? He came up with something called the Black Book. I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with the Black Book, right?
Yeah.
And if you read it, it's really, really interesting. It tells you how DSC started out, and it gives you the analogy and example of the Black Panther going through the jungle, and it compares to the student going through college. So it's a great read, but he's no genius either. I guarantee that. He's just a guy who loved writing. And as a member, he saw, what am I good at? What can I do to improve and bring positive change to my fraternity? Came up with the Black Book. Did it, Chris? Danny was also kind of a creative person. He kind of thought outside the box a little bit. Now, many of you guys here don't know this, but our pledging process back in the day was really, really different. Only a few members here might have experienced that. I'm sure Raymond has numbers about it. And but there was an issue back in the day when, if our process did not change, our pledging process, if it had to change, so if it didn't, we were going to be shut down completely from all chapters. So he took it upon himself. He used whatever influence he had. He used this kind of creative thinking process and came up with the new pledging process, the one that we've all experienced here. So one person saw a need and made a change. Simple as that. A positive change, you guys, can happen, and you don't need a group of people to get it done. Each of us here has to recognize that you as an individual are capable of change. Now, I get it. We're always in DSC on the notion of unity, right? United with everything. And that's great. We got to keep doing that. United between brothers and sisters, united when we accomplish things. What I'm saying is that it's okay to accomplish things on your own as an individual. And I actually go further and say that it's probably better sometimes. If you're a passionate member who sees that our fraternity needs something, or your chapter needs something, right? And you have passion, you have a vision for it. You really see it benefiting the fraternity. If you're going to keep waiting for everybody else to hop on board and waiting for the level of passion to match yours, you're never going to get there. You can wait forever and it's never going to happen. You got to take that step yourself. You got to remember that you as a member, you have the power to make positive change without the need of 4 or 5 other people to hop on board or to take that step with you. If we kept doing that throughout history, without DSC history, nothing would have changed at all. Everybody raise your hand like this. Up high. Alright, I need a volunteer. Since everybody's hands up. Let me get Fonzie. Come up here. Oh, I'm sorry, Alfonso. Stand over here on that side.
Fonzie. Hey, that's it, Alfonso.
I love that.
Hey,
I love that.
Alright, I'm Alpha Chapter, Big Gamma 316.
Woo!
That's my grandma.
like just for a little bit like that, okay? Alright, so this is what I want to do. I have a task for you. I have a goal I want you to accomplish. I'm basically going to throw these pens at you. And the goal that I want you to accomplish is I want you to catch all of them. Not one hits the ground. Got it? That's your goal. Catch all of them. None of them hit the ground. Think of it as spoken. Alright, you think you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah? You guys think you can do it?
Yes.
And it's not a lot. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 2 or 3. You ready? Yeah, here we go. But you only dropped a couple. Okay, that's fine. Leave them there. You can leave them there. You can leave them there. Alright, you know what? You weren't ready. We'll do that one more time. Alright? But now you know what's coming, right?
Yeah.
Okay? You can do it this time?
I'm gonna give it a shot.
That's them all. That'll hit the ground. There you go. One more. You got them all?
Yeah.
You accomplished your goal?
Yeah.
I'll get them. Got it, see. Thanks for volunteering, by the way. Unity and collective effort. It's a great thing. But if the passion is not the same, it's not matched with everybody else, things can fall apart, right? Sometimes the effort of one can make a difference. A person using their own power, the power of one, can accomplish your goal. Who here is a fan of Marvel?
Woo!
The Marvel movies, the comic books, it's like one every 2 months now.
Iron Man.
Alright, this is what I want to do. Somebody tell me who's their favorite Marvel characters. Shout out some names.
Iron Man.
Captain.
Iron Man.
Cap.
I love Spider-Man.
Superman.
Iron Man.
Cap. Oh. Team Iron.
Team Iron.
Let's get one more.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. I'm personally-
Captain America.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Make it Iron Man versus Captain America.
What about one more? One more.
Captain America.
Captain America.
Captain America.
I'm Team Cap.
I'm Team Iron Man.
Alright, guys. Who can tell me what these people have in common? What these people
They're all men.
Okay. What else? Gotta look a little bit deeper. Look a little deeper, like you know,
They're leaders.
leaders. Super.
They're part of the Avengers.
Bring down the story of the Avengers and how it's going.
They face their fears.
Face their fears.
They
Exactly.
can work
Look, I want you
together.
guys to find a deeper meaning than just what they do on screen. Yes.
They got integrity.
They got integrity.
They can work together, but they can also work apart.
Okay.
They want to be better than just themselves.
Drop the mic on. Alright. All of them have superpowers, right? So all of them have something that they're good at, right? And what do they do with it? They use it for the greater good, right? That's what they have in common. So the question is, good, is it? One more. What is your superpower? What do you get? Everybody grab a piece of paper and a pen. Yeah? Alright, do this for me really quick. This is what we're gonna do. Everybody write down something that you're good at. Just one thing. And this is gonna be anonymous. Don't put your name on it. No one's gonna know what you wrote down. So feel free. Feel free Hey guys, once you're done, just fold it up, okay? Fold it up. No one's supposed to see it. You guys try to fold it up a little bit more, just so it can fit this more here.
I just folded it twice.
Pass around, just put it in the, okay, I'm going to collect it at the very end, okay? Alright guys. So, this is what's interesting to me, is that a lot of us come from similar backgrounds. You know, same ethnicity, culture, way of bringing up. You might be the same with a lot of people in your circle, but what's crazy is that we can all be different at what we're good at, right? So that tells you that everybody has to be good at something. It's just who we are as human beings. You have to be good at something. And whatever skills or power you have, you always have to use it for the greater good. Let's say you're good at technology, right? Everything's about technology nowadays. What if you use that special power to maybe develop our DSC website, right? God knows that everybody Googles everything nowadays. Like the first, as soon as you say something, everybody's on their phone. So let's say you're good at technology. You can go ahead and take our DSC website and just elevate it. You know? Especially, you know, every semester we're rushing, bringing people in. This is the time of research now. This is the kind of time we live in right now. Let's say you're a people person, right? You like talking to people. What if you create a fundraiser or a big event that's just so impactful to our members in our community? That's something you're good at, and that's something that inspires positive change to our fraternity. Maybe you're creative, right? You like thinking outside the box a little bit. You can run a workshop, you know, something that teaches our members something valuable that they can use and can make their life a little bit better. Whatever it is you're good at, the first step is to recognize it and then use it for the greater good of our organization. And only you guys, only you have that power to make that change, to use it. We've established you guys that you guys here in this room, and this is no joke, you guys are the future of this fraternity. Wherever we go from here is on you. Okay? So you guys have to use your special powers to make sure that DSC is continually prospering, just like how you've been doing it for 30 years now. Who's got that ball? Alright, this is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to pick one random one, okay? Now it's going to contain someone's special skill, someone's superpower. What I want to do is, I want us all to brainstorm. This is national convention. This is when we start talking and discussing stuff. So I'm going to mention that superpower, and you guys tell me how we can use it to benefit DSC. Okay? Compassion and communication. That's a great one. How can compassion and communication benefit DSC? Who's got an idea? Right?
To start to reach out to the groups on campus, maybe that are not involved, and have them, empower them to be part of DSC and really come to their own person.
Exactly. Yeah, Howard. Yeah.
To come up with a communication plan that addresses not only from the top down, but from the bottom up and outside, meaning communication between undergrads, chapters, communication between alumni and undergrad, communication from national board of directors, alumni association, down to the undergrad chapters, and then on the exterior, a plan that addresses how you what's the best strategy to rush folks, what are key things that you should be doing, how to approach people, really having a set amount of guidelines that people can really follow that, there's no question about it.
Networking, right? Just getting out there, talking to people. Alumni, people that are out there in your industry. You're gonna graduate one day, right? You're gonna go out there and not know anybody? It's not. About helping others be themselves. How can that benefit DSC? If that's your special superpower? Because
I feel like it's kind of like getting to know each other, getting comfortable in like our own skin and being around, like being ourselves around each other and kind of increasing that fraternal bond and increasing that whole one fraternity, one family aspect.
exactly. Maybe you're a member, maybe you're a member who is now your third year in DSC, right? You remember your first year, how nervous you were, how you were kind of shy, you weren't yourself. And now you're a third year member. You're more confident, you're more developed. So you can go back to those people in their first year, because you can relate, and teach them how to be themselves. You're the best mentor for that. It doesn't take a degree to do that. You're just a person who you were in their shoes 3 years ago. And you can help them be themselves. Let's do one more, guys. Beer pong. You're helping people. How can helping people improve this?
Oh, wait. Helping people, not the beer pong?
No, no. I was kidding about that.
Oh my god, I thought somebody had put that.
No, helping people and maybe let's think outside the box. Helping our community, right? How can that benefit our community?
Well, for one, it puts us out in the community, so it gets us exposed. Two, it builds a sense of altruistic mentality that gets instilled into people when they go out and volunteer,
Yeah.
which the altruistic mentality can then reflect the organization itself, because now we're in the mentality of helping each other for the greater good.
Exactly.
So that's
Yeah.
one.
Exactly. And hey guys, if you guys watch the news, you know how tough and how much scrutiny fraternities get now?
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. They're making a movie in September about Hell Week. Literally a movie just about Hell Week. I was like, what? And they're really making fraternities look like these horrible like entities right now. So helping people and educating people outside about what fraternities are really are. We're not like that. But the mass majority are seeing the bad side of it every single day. So it's up to us here to educate those people like, hey, this is not what we're about. We have our pillars that we follow on a daily basis. So helping people understand, helping people develop, all kinds of ways. Now let's say you're a new member, right? You just left home, you're new to college, you're a freshman, everything's new. You're still kind of absorbing everything. You haven't had time to discover what your special power is, right? You're still kind of new to everything. So what else can you do to inspire positive change to our opportunity? And I'm talking to the people that are new, still kind of in the beginning of their DSC career, college career, whatever it is. Hit it, Kirk? One more? So what else can you do to inspire positive change? Sarah, what's the secret to getting an A?
Dedication, discipline.
Nope, wrong. Andy. Actually, let me ask Natasha. What is the secret to a happy relationship?
Communication.
Nope, wrong. Raymond, what is the secret to a successful career?
Knowing the skills and knowing what you gotta do.
Nope, wrong. Chris, hit it.
Oh, shows me what to ask me something soon.
The secret is, guys, you have to show up. I had to throw it right out here. No, but think about it. Think about it like this. You can't get A's if you don't show up to class, right?
Maybe. I show up to half of my class.
It's debatable.
That's right. So I guess there's ways nowadays. But you can't have a happy relationship unless you're there, right? With your partner. You can't have a successful career if you're not going to work, right? True. Few of us have that experience probably. So you cannot improve your fraternity or inspire positive change unless you show up. This is especially specific for those people that are new and are still developing themselves, have not discovered what your superpower is. What does it actually mean to show up like this? Showing up means you're showing support. Get it? Showing up, it means that you're allowing yourself to experience new things. To learn from seeing and learn from engaging. Get it? None of us here have ever learned something or accomplished anything without showing up. Right? Think of every great accomplishments you did. You were there for it. Right? It's the beginning to everything. If the fraternity had a successful fundraiser, for example, you were there. there. You showed up, you helped it out, you helped. All the leaders that are here in this room that you guys will have the chance to speak to, all of them early in their DSC career, all they did in the beginning was just show up. That's all they did. And because they consistently showed up, they are who they are today. Did I, Chris? So guys, guess who has the power to show up, even if you don't have any special skills in it? You guys. You guys have the power to show up. So don't sit there and think like, I don't have any special skills, I can't offer my fraternity anything. No, you can offer them by being there. And it's a silly process, right? Showing up, of course I'm going to show up. That's why I said simply show up, because it's easy. You don't have to do much for it. Did it, Chris? Somebody read this for me? Let's go with Omar. That's it?
80% of success is showing up. What do you have?
You guys agree with that? Does that make sense? Hit it one more time, Chris.
Should be 100%.
Falcon.
Sometimes the bravest and most important things you can do is just to show up.
Now, I want you guys to look at this whole thing from a different perspective. Okay? Look at it from a perspective of a person who knows exactly what it is to use your power, not only to inspire change, but to build something great from the ground up. So guys, I'm very excited, and I need you guys' help to give me a warm round of applause for our founding father, Marty Veas.